Now, that was something I hope that inspired you. And we see here that this collaborative art can take you literally out of space. And the reason why I wanted to show you that is because that project, the number of setbacks that he had and he went through to get that little piece up into space. I mean, we're talking about critical zero planning here. This is NASA here, right? And that takes us to our second part of creating a happening is your preparation. What is your war plan? For instance, here we have a map of different spots where the flash mob will take place, or trainings for the different dance move might take place, right? So if you're not ready to do a whole, navigation systems control like NASA has, with all these scientists and everything working, it's all right. You don't need to. This is the easy way to think of it. Think of it like planning for a party. Yeah? So you come up with an idea, come up with your theme. We talked about the goal. We talked about that self-determination theory. Then what you need to do is find a location. Where are you going to have the party? Yeah? Then you got to find out when the party's going to be at. Set a time for the party. All right, we're having the party Friday afternoon in the park in the city, right, at 4 o'clock. Then you got to prepare your materials. All right, everybody make sure you bring a black or a white shirt, right? And you make sure to bring your joystick controllers, or make sure to bring your cameras, or make sure to bring, your blow up balloons, what have you, right? So make sure, just like getting for a party, all right, how many drinks are we going to need? People bringing cups, who's got munchie chips, who's bringing the music, right? Same thing, you're going to do that here when creating your flash mob. So yeah, just like coming up with ideas for a party and planning a birthday party, or an anniversary or what have you, that's essentially what you're also going to have to tick off those same things when creating your happening. Next, I want to talk about crowdsourcing, that second part. How do we get the word out about the event? Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure you have clear messages and instructions. Make sure you're at this location at this and this time, and you've downloaded this MP3 file that you have loaded on your MP3 player or phone to be able to listen and participate. Yeah? Now, depending on how far out you are to the event, you'll be using different types of methods to communicate. For instance, if it's weeks out, right, you're going to probably use some kind of newsletter, yeah, to send and let people know. However, if it's weeks or days before out, then you can use Facebook and social media to be able to get the word out. If it's the day of the event, then you're going to probably be using much more SMS, WhatsApp, or Telegram, one of these short messaging or, kind of systems or platforms in order to get everybody synced and keeping up with each other. Now, those from France may recognize this right here, the Minitel. This was one of the very first examples of the internet over in Europe, which many people actually used as a way to organize for protests and so forth, because the French can protest like no one else. I think the French are some of the best protesters in the world. They're amazing. But yeah, so Minitel, SMS, Facebook, WhatsApp. There's a bunch of different ways in which you can get that word out.
It's Nat. Hi, Pinky, it's Nikki. Hi, Jill, it's JoJo.
Hi, Allison, it's Cookie.
Okay, so there you see what's basically a word of mouth structure to basically get those ideas and those information instructions out there. So you see kind of two different ways in which that works, that word of mouth. One is through a network structure, these phone call trees, these Facebook groups, like the clip I just showed you. That's one of these phone call trees. Another way is narrowcasting, not broadcasting, but narrowcasting. That's your YouTube, your newsletter, your Twitch channel, right? Those are your narrowcasting options. And these are great ways of creating that word of mouth. So those are some ideas and some of the things you need to think about when committing and communicating the event to crowdsource people to join in on you. Depending on how collaborative or how much people need to join in and how much effort or supplies they need to bring, that's of course going to vary how much you're going to need to have to work at bringing people in. Typically, the more challenge, then the more things that people will have to do, the less likely they are to get involved. So, keep it simple, stupid.